Last time on 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, my hair. Oh, I'm sick.
Mercedes. And now on 50 Shades of Grey. My destination is the headquarters of Mr. Grey's global enterprise. It's a huge 20-story office building, all curved glass and steel, an architect's utility flippin' whatever that word is fantasy, with Grey House written discreetly in steel over the glass front doors. It's 1:45 when I arrive. I'm greatly relieved I'm not late as I walk into the enormous and frankly intimidating glass, steel and white sandstone lobby. I hope you didn't hear me punching you don't care. Behind the solid sandstone desk, a very attractive, groomed, blonde young woman smiles pleasantly at me. She's the sharpest charcoal suit jacket and white shirt she's wearing. She isn't the suit jacket, she's wearing the sharpest charcoal suit jacket and white shirt I've ever seen. She looks immaculate. I'm here to say Mr. Grey, Anastasia Steele for Catherine Kavanagh. Excuse me one moment, Miss Steele. She arches her eyebrow as I stand self-consciously before her. I'm beginning to wish I borrowed one of Kate's formal blazers rather than worn my navy blue jacket. I've made an effort and worn my one and only skirt, my sensible brown knee-length boots, and a blue sweater. For me, this is smart. I tuck one of my escaped tendrils of my hair behind my ear as I pretend she doesn't intimidate me. My word, you're scary. Miss Kavanagh, that's her voice. Miss Kavanagh is expected. Please sign in here, Miss Steele. You'll want the last elevator on the right. Please, for the 20th floor. She smiles kindly at me, amused no doubt, as I sign in. She hands me a security pass that has visitor. Very firmly stone, no, not again. I saved my ears. Adjustment, technical difficulties, stamped on the front. I can't help my smirk. Surely it is obvious that I'm just visiting. I don't fit in here at all. Nothing changes. I inwardly sigh, thanking her. I walk over to the bank of elevators and past the security men, who are both far more smartly dressed than I am in their well-cut black suits. Mr. Anderson. The elevators whisk me at the terminal velocity to the 20th floor. The doors slide open, and I am in another lobby again. All glass, steel, and white sandstone. I am confronted by another dressed impeccably in black and white. I missed someone. Another young blonde woman, this time dressed impeccably in black and white. Clothing throws my reading off. Anyway, who rises to greet me? Miss Steele, could you wait here, please? She points to the seated area of white leather chairs. Behind the leather chairs is a spacious glass-walled meeting room with an equally spacious dark wood table and at least 20 matching chairs around it. Beyond that, there is a floor-to-ceiling window with a view of Seattle's skyline that looks out through the city towards the Sound. It's a stunning vista. I'm stuck with XP. God damn it. And I'm momentarily paralyzed by the view. Wow. As said by her. I sit down, fish the questions from my backpack, and go through them, inwardly cursing Kate for not providing me with a brief biography. I know nothing about this man I'm about to interview. He could be 90, he could be 30, he could be 20, he could be 50, he could be 70, he could be 60, he could be 20, he could be 3, like those toilet paper adverts. Triple velvet. The uncertainty is galling, and my nerves resurface, making me fidget. I've never been comfortable one-on-one interviews, preferring the anonymity of a group discussion where I can sit inconspicuously at the back of the room. She sounds more like me as I read. To be honest, I prefer my own company. Reading a classic British novel, curled up in a chair at the campus library. Not sitting twitching nervously at a colossal glass and stone edifice. I rolls my eyes at myself. Oh, get a grip. Steel. Judging from the building, which is too clinical modern, I guess Grey is in his 40s. outfit, tanned, fair head to match the rest of the personnel. Now the elegant and flawlessly dressed blonde comes out from large door. He likes his blondes. All of them, yeah, what is it with all the immaculate blondes? They lampshade it right here. It's like Stepford here. Taking a deep breath, I stand up. Master? The latest blonde asks. Yes, I croak and clear my throat. Yes. There, that sounded more confident. Mr. Gray will see you in a moment. May I take your jacket? Please, I struggle out of the jacket. Have you been offered any refreshment? I actually got a Coke right here. It's better than having a dry throat like last recording. No. Oh dear, is blonde number 1 in trouble? Blonde number 2 frowns in the eyes of the... That's blonde number 3, thank you. Isn't it? Yeah, there's blonde number 3. Blonde number 3. There's blonde number 3. Would you like tea, coffee, whatever? She asks, turning her attention back to me. A glass of water, thank you. Olivia, please fetch Miss Steele a glass of water. Her voice is stern. Olivia scoots up and scurries to a door on the other side of the foyer. Apologies, Miss Steele. Olivia is a new intern. Please be seated. Mr. Gray will arrive in 5 minutes. Maybe I read the same person twice, because I guess there is 2 blondes. My word, I'm reading for a long time. Olivia returns with a glass of iced water. Here you go, Miss Steele. Water with frozen water inside it. Thank you. Blonde number 1 marches over to the large desk, our heels clicking and echoing on the sandstone floor. She sits down and they both continue their work. Perhaps Mr. Gray insists that all his employees be blonde. That's unfortunate, Hitler. I'm wondering idly if that's legal. One of the office door opens and a tall, elegantly dressed, attractive African-American man with short dreads exits. I have definitely worn the wrong clothes. He turns and says through the door, "Girth this week, Gray." I don't hear a reply. He turns, sees me and smiles, his dark eyes crinkling at the corners. The Olivia has jumped up and called the elevator. She seems to excel at jumping from her seat. She's more nervous than me. Good afternoon, ladies, he says, and he departs through the sliding door. Blonde number 2. Good. As to say, Gray will say you now, Miss Steele, do you through. Blonde number 2 says. I stand rather shakily, trying to suppress my nerves, gathering up my backpack and abandoning my glass of water, and make my way for the partially open door. You don't need to knock, just go in. She smiles kindly. I push the door open and stumble through, tripping over my own feet and falling headfirst into the office. Double crap. Me and my 2 left feet. I'm on my hands and knees in the doorway to Mr. Gray's office, and gentle hands around me helping me to stand. This is going to be a running gag, I hope, which ends in sex. I am so embarrassed. Damn my clumsiness. I have to stew myself in glass of holy cow, he's so young. Miss Kavanagh. He extends his long fingered hand to me. I'm Christian Grey, are you alright? Would you like to sit? Oh, so young, and very attractive. Oh, he's tall, dressed in a fine grey suit, white shirt, black tie, and an unruly dark copper-coloured hair, and intense bright grey eyes that regard me shrewdly. It takes me a moment for me to find my voice. I mutter. If this guy's over 30, then I'm a monkey's uncle. Ook, ook, ook. Donkey Kong. In a daze, I place my hand around his and we shake. As our finger touches, I feel an odd, exhilarating shiver run through me. I withdraw my hand hastily, embarrassed. I must be static. I blink rapidly, my eyelids matching my heart rate. Miss Kavanagh is indisposed, so she sent me. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Gray. And you are? His voice is warm. Possibly amused, but difficult to tell from his impassive expression. He looks mildly interested, but Bo. Screensaver. Polite. Anastasia Steele. I'm studying English literature with Kate. Catherine, Miss Kavanagh at WSU Vancouver. I see, he says simply. I didn't see the ghost of a smile and expression, but I'm not sure. Would you like to sit? He waves me towards an L-shaped white leather couch. His office is way too big for just one man. In front of the floor-to-ceiling windows, there's a modern darkwood desk that 6 people would comfortably sit and eat around. It matches the coffee table by the couch. Everything else is white. Ceiling, floors, and walls, except for the wall by the door, where a mosaic of small paintings hang. 36 of them arranged in a square. I had time to count. They're exquisite. They're as mundane, forgotten objects painted in such precise detail. They look like photographs. Ooh. Displayed together. They are breathtaking. A local artist, Trouton, says Gray when he catches my gaze. They're lovely. Raising the ordinary to extraordinary, I must murmur, distracted both by him and the paintings. He cocks his head to one side and regards me intensely as my headphones slip. No technical difficulties will affect me, Miss Steele. I couldn't agree more, Miss Steele. He replies, his voice soft, and for some inexplicable reason I find myself blushing. Apart from the paintings, the rest of the office is my apologies. The rest of the office is cold, clean and clinical. I wonder if it reflects the personality of Adonis, who sinks gracefully into one of his white leather chairs opposite me. I wished I didn't close my bottle when I have one hand. I'm thirsty. But back to the book. I shake my head, disturbed at the direction of my thoughts, and retrieve Kate's question from her backpack. Next, I set up the digital recorder. I am all fingers and thumbs. Fingers and thumbs. Ah. Dropping it twice on the coffee table from me. Mr. Gray says nothing, waiting patiently, I hope, as I become increasingly embarrassed and flustered. When I pick up the courage to look at him, he's watching me, one hand relaxed in his lap, and the other one cupping his his chin, and trailing into his long index fingers across his lips. I think he's trying to suppress a smile. Sorry, I stutter. I'm not used to this. Take all the time you need, Miss Steele, he says. Do you mind if I record your answers? After you've taken so much trouble to set up the recorder, you ask me now? I flush. He's teasing me? But I hope. I blink at him, unsure what to say. I mean, I think he takes pity on me, because he relents. No, I don't mind. Did Kate, Miss Kavanagh, explain what the interview was for? Yes, to appear in a graduation issue of the student's newspaper. I shall be conferring degrees of this year's graduation ceremony. Oh! This is news to me. I'm temporarily preoccupied by the thought of that someone not much older than me, okay, 6 years or so. Okay, mega successful, but still, this is going to present me with my degree. I frown, dragging my wayward attention back to the task at hand. Good! I swallow nervously. I have some questions, Mr. Gray. I smooth a stray lock of hair behind my ear. I did that, actually, right now, myself. I thought you might, he says, deadpan. He's laughing at me. He's not.